taking a look at legislation in the Sunshine State.
But permitless carry, to me, I honestly believe it might do a little bit more harm, or a lot more harm than good.
And shedding a light on gun control. Rising inflation affecting medical costs for you.
We visit the vet every 2 weeks for about 3 months.
And for your four-legged best friend. South Floridians getting back to nature.
Really helps me to relax.
When it comes to candles. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Good morning, South Florida. I'm Julian Davis.
I'm Samantha Gutierrez. Today is Tuesday, September 26, 2023.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Carrying controversy in the Sunshine State months after a new law that made gun licenses unnecessary for people over 21 years old. Only 18 states are see more gun-related deaths than Florida.
Caplin News reporter Sofia Bolivar takes a closer look at the state law that allows carrying without a license.
Florida's gun laws have been a topic of debate because of its loose regulations compared to other states. Now, with the Second Amendment being strengthened, Floridians are able to carry a concealed weapon with no government-issued ID on top of the Stand Your Ground law.
Our goal is to save these lives and prevent the unnecessary loss of our friends and family.
The recent changes in legislation have raised concerns across the state because of its potential consequences. Some Floridians worry that permitless carry could intensify the already troubling statistics on gun violence.
I love knowing that every 10 years I have to be able to go to the Department of Agriculture and renew my license. It basically just states that, hey, that I want to continue carrying, you're going to have to go ahead and do your due diligence and background check me, make sure that I don't have anything pending, I don't have a warrant, all this other good stuff. So permitless carry, to me, I honestly believe it might do a little bit more harm, or a lot more harm than good.
Removing the requirement for permits could lead to an increase in untrained individuals carrying firearms. Florida residents hope for a safer future, and they worry for the safety of the public.
We really are just asking for basic legislation that unfortunately our politicians do not want to enforce because of organizations of the NRA and the funding they get and how deeply involved they are in our politics. I think a lot of advocacy in America is just making sure that no one is infringing on each other's rights. I want you to protect yourself and embrace your culture as much as you want to, but I just want to feel safe, and I want to make sure that guns are in the hands of people that are well trained and are just well educated on how to be a safe gun owner, and that's really what matters.
The Second Amendment is relevant to American culture and empowers citizens to protect themselves. But with passing time, the standard requirements are being stripped away, leaving much room for guns to fall into the wrong hands.
Whether you are pro or against the Second Amendment, Floridians are still concerned for their future in the state. For Caplin News, I'm Sofia Bolivar.
At least 8 people are injured this morning after a JetBlue flight that saw turbulence landed in South Florida. In a statement, the airline said on Monday, September 25th, JetBlue Flight 1256 with scheduled service from Guayaquil, Ecuador to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, experienced sudden severe turbulence as it neared Florida. The flight landed safely at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, where it was met by medical personnel who transported 7 customers and 1 in-flight crew member to the hospital for evaluation and treatment. JetBlue will work to support our customers and crew members. The aircraft for this flight has been taken out of service for inspection.
This morning, a South Florida dolphin has a new home at a wildlife park hundreds of miles away. The 40-year-old Pacific white-sided dolphin Lee will now live with other dolphins of his species and receive what SeaWorld San Antonio calls world-class care. He shared a tank with the orca Lolita, who passed away in August. Lolita died in captivity at the age of 57, and the Pacific white-sided dolphins, like Lee, can live for over 40 years.
Increased inflation is hitting Miami-Dade pet owners hard, especially in the area of veterinary care. Caplin News reporter Amelia Orejulia has a possible solution that won't break the bank.
With the increasing cost of veterinary services in the United States, South Florida is finding a way to make preventive care more accessible for the pet owners.
It's not a secret that many households acquire a four-legged friend during the pandemic. Also, the prices of almost everything have increased, and now many pet owners struggle with the rising cost of veterinary care. Patricia and Erwin Beltran explain their experience with Junior.
When Junior developed gastritis, we visit the vet every 2 weeks for about 3 months. Every visit costs $120. Even though it was a lot of money, we love him and want him to have a good quality of life.
Between July 2022 and 2023, veterinary costs have increased by nearly 11%, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Price Index. An average cost for a visit is about $60, but adding vaccines, hardware, tests, microchipping, and spay and neuter can transform that 60 into 500. Some of the possible solutions to these issues are getting pet insurance, care credit cards, or finding non-profit organizations that offer some of the services for free, as in the case of Wellness on Wheels.
The Wildmobile offers very basic veterinary care that includes your yearly vaccinations, your rabies vaccine. Of course, we also sell the yearly tag here for dogs, and just provides very basic care that every pet should have in their homes.
Wellness on Wheels is making annual checkups affordable for many pet owners and will continue rotating through Miami-Dade County in areas with fewer options for vet care.
Wellness on Wheels is part of the solution for rising veterinary costs, but still, many South Florida pet owners struggle with the cost of different procedures. Reporting for Caplin News, I'm Amelia Orjuela.
A controversial barrier that was covering a dispute piece of international water is gone this morning. The Philippine Coast Guard removed it from an area of the South China Sea. According to a statement by the Coast Guard, they mentioned that the barrier was a hazard to navigation and violated international law. The barrier was placed there by the Chinese, and the world class and world leaders are now poised to see what the next move in the dispute will be.
Snakes in the Everglades have become a fact of life in Florida, but one homeowner found one in a place where he never expected it, inside his home. Hope Salmon from WBBH reports from Fort Myers.
Imagine doing chores in your home and seeing this face staring back at you.
I had my back turned to him and I was looking out there and I happened to turn around and he was looking dead at me.
What would you do?
I was thinking about running.
You didn't about running. But Floyd Campbell didn't run.
Oh, 911.
But first he tried to kill it.
Sling blade over there and I tried to hit him, but I had so much stuff on the thing I couldn't hit him.
The Lee County Sheriff's Office directed him to Seth Breton, a wildlife biologist and animal trapper.
They're not on the kill list in the state of Florida.
Campbell says he was taking out the trash when he saw the ball python on a dresser in the garage Wednesday morning. Seth removed the animal from the property within hours.
Protecting its own head and the ball it's created, which is very cool.
That ball formation is the reason it's called a ball python.
Like the #1 pet to have because they're so timid.
It's not very common to find a python like this in Lehigh Acres, but Seth says he's caught 3 this year. Now, it looks like a friendly snake, but I'm not going to take my chances, and you shouldn't either.
The problem is people, when they get too big, they don't want them anymore. They usually just let them go.
But you shouldn't just let a snake like this out into the wild because it can destroy our ecosystem.
So it's got 180 needle-sharp teeth that hook back like a fish hook.
Experts say if you see a snake, stay away from it and call a reptile hunter immediately.
That was WBBH reporter Hope Salmon. Only 6 out of the 44 Florida snakes are venomous. Venomous snakes typically have triangular-shaped heads, pupil slits like a cat, and thick bodies.
The El Nino weather pattern is poised to affect South Florida this winter.
That's still ahead, and so is his story.
It really helps me to relax, from the daily stress and anxiety.
A group in Doral is pushing for a different kind of enlightening experience. Stick around, we'll be back in 2 minutes.
Radcliffe Art and Design Incubator is the velocity accompanying the fellow's rudder, as in a boat. Unless there is movement or action, the planned direction is of little consequence. We encourage the creative ideas into action, and from the experience of doing, we critically assess the feedback, adjust, and set out to rediscover the potentialities of an entrepreneurial mindset.
Stem is precise, no margin for error.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
Candle creations enlightening spirits along with products. We all know about the calming effects of lighting candles, and there's also benefits from them.
As Caplin's Abdul Jabbar reports, they have evolved from basic lighting instruments to decorative works of art and powerful wellness tools.
Do you know you can become the creator of your own artisan candles? From selecting the ingredients to designing them. I'll show you how inspiration flows in this realm, explore how relaxation transforms into art, and each candle becomes unique and beneficial, and it smells amazing. Natural candles, it's a process that requires skills and dedication. The essence of each candle lies within its wax and components.
Natural waxes, that's better than paraffin. Wicks, natural wicks, natural fragrances or essential oils. And you need techniques.
Lighting an artisan candle has become a ritual for many individuals. It symbolizes a moment of tranquility and contemplation in their lives.
Natural candle has been multiple benefits for me because make me feel relaxed and very good.
It can be an effective way to practice mindfulness, helping reducing stress.
It really helps me to relax. From the daily stress and anxiety.
The future of artisan candles appear bright. Handcrafting candles serves as a reminder of how art and tradition can coexist in a modern world. Reporting for Caplin News, I'm Abdul Jabbar.
El Niño is reported to be strong in the winter, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. El Niño occurs during ocean temperatures which appear warmer over an extended period of time. Due to El Niño, South Florida could have wetter and cooler weather, while the north will include drier and warmer conditions, along with mild winters in the Pacific and Northwest.
See us dream. See us remember. See us protest.
You matter. Your feelings matter. Your identity matters. Everything about who you are matters.
See us fight back. See us rebuild. See us shatter stereotypes. See us inspire. See us united. See us now.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
And that's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Julian Davis.
I'm Samantha Gutierrez. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.